Let's make brown butter fudgy brownies. Here are some amazing brownies. They're chewy on the outside, soft on the inside, they have a nice crackly top, and they were developed by a food scientist. We made a few changes to them, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. Let's get started. In this video, one of the student workers is assisting me with this demonstration. So even though I might say I am doing something, it may be the student worker. Thank you, Veronica, for your help. Here's your mise en place. Notice that half of the chocolate is uncut and half of the chocolate is chopped. Now let's start our brown butter. What is brown butter? Brown butter is butter that's cooked over a medium heat until the milk solids start to caramelize, and it creates the most delicious flavor and aroma. It will provide a lot of complexity to your baked goods as well as savory items. We're going to mix our brown butter after it's finished in a mixture of cocoa powder and chocolate that is not chopped. Now you can see this picture here, that's completed brown butter. And you see the foam on top, that's what it's supposed to have. You'll see when I shake it here that you'll see some dark brown bits, and the color of the butter has changed significantly. Now don't burn it, you just want it to be golden brown. Now we pour it hot right into the cocoa powder and chocolate mixture. And we stir it up and it's going to melt that chocolate immediately. In the meantime, go ahead and whisk your powdered sugar and eggs until it's completely smooth. If you want to use a handheld mixer for this step, that's fine. You want to make sure that as much of the powdered sugar is dissolved. This contributes to completely dissolved sugar, which helps in a very crinkly, shiny crust. This is one of the steps in the food science part where regular sugar was substituted for powdered sugar because of the way that it melts very quickly. And you can see here that it does take a little bit of time, but as you whisk, you just have to have a little bit of effort, and then you can whisk out some of those lumps. So don't worry, you don't have to sift the powdered sugar, you just need a little bit of extra muscle. Now that our brown butter and cocoa chocolate mixture is nice and melted and combined, we are going to pour this into the egg powdered sugar mixture. Now let's say that your eggs were cold when you went ahead and did this recipe. Once this warm mixture hits it, then the whole mixture becomes nice and warm and room temperature, which will help in the baking process. If everything is cold, then it will be difficult in the baking process towards the end. So you see here that I am incorporating the chocolate mixture and brown butter mixture into the eggs and sugar. I want to make sure that those are fully mixed. After that, I will go ahead and add the brown sugar. So you'll notice here that there's two types of sugar that we're using. One that is completely dissolved, which is the powdered sugar, and then the brown sugar. Try your best to make sure that there's no lumps. This brown sugar provides a nice chewy texture. Did you know that there's molasses in brown sugar, and that will contribute to the chewiness as well? So after that is completely combined, then you will have your sifted dry ingredients. Make sure that they are sifted, and then you will fold that in. Now I've poured in all of my sifted ingredients. Keep in mind when you sift the dry ingredients that you don't have to sift the kosher salt. It will not really go through the sifter. So you can just add that to your dry ingredients later. So see here that I'm folding the ingredients and I'm not whisking. I don't want to incorporate air into this product. because what contributes to a nice fudgy, dense brownie is the lack of air. So I don't want to be whisking here. I also don't want to make this in a mixer if I don't need to. Ideally, folding by hand is the best technique. So after I've folded most of the flour in, remember that I still have a small amount of chopped chocolate on the side. And I want to fold in this chopped chocolate now. What's this chopped chocolate going to do in the finished product? It's going to contribute some texture, but also a little bit of richness as well. Little pockets of chocolate. And then go ahead and use, on a parchment lined half sheet pan, you can spread this out all the way to the edges and then bake it until it is very crumbly in the middle. A little bit underbaked is fine too. I like to invert this on a cutting board upside down and then cut it. Enjoy these brownies. They are awesome. You can freeze them as well for up to 3 months and they will be amazing. Enjoy!